You were at war. At that time I was 8 years of age, and what everyone had to have at that time was a gas mask, because we were afraid that the Germans would use gas masks to more or less to overwhelm the population and say we want peace, peace, peace. So everyone had to have a gas mask. So where I lived, at the council, they did fittings there. So you all went there to this place there, and they gave you a gas mask so you could put it on, breathe and everything else like that. If you were a baby, they put you in completely into a case there which would breathe or etc. in case of gas. When they'd finished, and we had a lot of fun like that, because if you manipulated the thing it'd sound like a fart.
Nice.
So we killed ourselves laughing. It was fun. And then at the end of it, of course, they put it into a cardboard box. The cardboard box had a string round it, and you were supposed to carry that for the rest of the war, in case the Germans came over and dropped bombs with gas in it. What generally happened was you took it home with you, you played with it until you fed up on making noises. You put it in the cupboard, and that was the end of it until the end of the war. So that was one of the prerequisites. Everybody had an identity card. It gave you an identity number, etc., which you would always have with you. Then evacuation came, and with us, it was the whole school was moved out of there and said, right, we're moving you off to Luton, which was not that far from London. So you all went on a train there, and what you had there was your gas mask, overnight kit, and that's about it. Change of underwear, and that was it. And they gave you a big bar of chocolate, the biggest bar of chocolate you've ever seen in your life, huge bits there. And I think it was supposed to be an emergency ration. And then we got to Luton, where we were destined to stay. And then you had a crocodile line, because you had teachers with you, and you would walk around the streets there, and they would knock at every door there, saying, can you take some evacuees? Well, sometimes they could, and sometimes they couldn't, because, I was with Rini, your aunt, great aunt. So we would want to stay together, but not to say, well, we can't take a girl and a boy. We've got a boy, so you could stay with a boy, etc. But you couldn't have the two together. So Aunt Rini would go into somewhere and we would continue with they used to do a crocodile line. You would walk around and knocking on doors and saying, can you take an evacuee or two? Or what can you take? And that's it, went along there.
And what happened to you?
What happened to me?
Yes, what happened to you?
Well, we stopped at a place there where they could take two, so I stopped there with another Ronnie. He was Ronnie Evans, I think his name was. And that's where we were. And the school was reformed there in Luton, so you'd all reassemble there at some stage or another. And that was more or less it. Now, what happened there, of course, was what was called the phony war. Because at 1939 they thought, oh, we're going to get bombed and everything like that, but it didn't happen. Nothing happened. So what happened? All the evacuees, or most of them, started drifting back to London, where it was reasonably safe there.
Which I learned that really cool move.